Well, hello there, my friend. I'm pleased you're back. My name's Jonathan Doyle. Welcome to the Daily Message. I'm really pleased you're here. Let's do this. First thing, hit the subscribe button here. It does make a big difference. Hit that notification bell so I can charge into your consciousness every time I drop a new episode. And I know that you woke up this morning saying, gosh, if only someone would charge into my consciousness every time they produce new content. Well, I got you covered. And then I want you to go check out the links under here. You can book me for conferences, to train staff in corporate settings, and for private coaching. Private coaching is really awesome. We get on a call, we identify the biggest challenges in your life, and then we get to work together with me as your coach, helping you shape a new vision for your life. So go and check out those links. All right, let's begin today's episode. Here we go. Over the last few episodes, I've been really focusing on how do you really change stuff, right? The mechanics of how you go about changing anything in your life. And yesterday I talked about leverage. I talked about how you really got to get clear about why you want to change something. Today I want to talk about the difference between wishes and will. Over many years, I have observed that so many people have goals that are actually wishes, or they have wishes masquerading as goals. So they might want to lose 10 kilos, but it's really a wish, right? Like it's like, gosh, they're sitting there on the couch, you got that tub of ice cream, and I gotta be honest, I actually did that a few weeks ago. You know me well, you know I take fitness really, really seriously, but I'm like, a few weeks ago, it was my kids' fault. They brought home this tub of ice cream, and it had Oreos through it, and it had M&Ms through it. What was I supposed to do? My brain was saying, just one spoon, just one spoon. I'm gonna do a whole episode about how I dealt with that. Anyway, we've all sat on the metaphorical couch of life with our metaphorical tubs of ice cream, and we've all got these goals, but often they're wishes. I wish I could change my job. I wish I could meet someone and start a relationship. I wish I could get healthier. I wish I had a better relationship with my kids. I wish I had a better relationship with my boss. They're wishes masquerading as goals. Goals are a very different thing. And I want to give you one simple filter today. It's very powerful. It comes from one of my biggest intellectual influences, a guy called St. Thomas Aquinas. They called him that because he came from the Italian town of Aquino. They called him Thomas de Aquino. So St. Thomas Aquinas, he wrote this absolutely phenomenal theological masterpiece called the Summa Theologiae, 83 volumes of theological content, one of the greatest intellects, philosophers of the scholastic period. And he was once asked the theological question, how do you become a saint? Interesting question, right? Now you'd think somebody that had written so much would give you this long extended answer. How do you become a saint? Well, there's this, and he'd write an introduction and then strategy, and then he'd reference it to all other philosophers, and then he'd write a summary, and you're looking at a few thousand words at least. But that's not what happens. What St. Thomas Aquinas did, he said this: will it. Will it. Want it. So what he understood was that the first human movement towards attaining something is a movement of the will. In Latin, I think it's referred to as voluntas. It's like the volition of the will, the movement towards something significant that we want. So I want to remind you today that if there is something significant in your life that you want to change, you have to desire it. And some of you go, yeah, well, of course it is. It's obvious. Well, if it was obvious, we wouldn't find so many of us stuck in the land of wishes. You got to really dig down and go, what is it that I want? Why does it matter to me? What is life going to look like if I do not pursue this? You got to will it. You got to desire it. So I just want to stir that up in you. I want to intensify that experience that if you want to create change in your life, then you've got to quickly get to the level of deep desire and will. Now, I am not saying willpower. You've heard me talk all the time about the limitations of willpower. We can put people in a scanning machine, a PET scan, and we can actually see the parts of your brain that are related to willpower. And psychologists and researchers have done all these tests where they give people willpower-based tasks, and they can see willpower actually decrease over time in the brain during the course of a single day. So your willpower can be dependent on the time of day, your circadian rhythms, your hormone levels. You don't want to be relying on willpower. See, once you've got clear on your goals, we don't use willpower, we use strategy, we use leverage, a whole bunch of other tools, which I'm always talking about. But the first crucial step is to will it. So I want to speak into your life today. I want to ask you the question, what do you will? What do you want? Have you really thought about it that much? I am here today to be your guide, to be the person that says to you, come on, get after it. This can be done. You can become the person that you want to become. It is doable, but you got to own that will, not that wish. All right, so stay tuned. I'm going to keep talking to you about this, but for now, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have subscribed to this channel. Go and check out those links. Book me as your private coach or book me to speak at your next event. It is all there, my friend. God bless you, everybody. My name is Jonathan Doyle. This has been the Daily Message, and you and I are going to talk again tomorrow.